Hello and welcome to another episode of Hooks, Knits, and Dice. I'm Lila Croca. I have been on vacation in the U.S. Woohoo! Got to see my daughter graduate high school. Yeah, she's having a good time herself, going around visiting. She went to her own other cousin, one of her cousins, I can talk, I swear, her graduation in North Carolina. Hi, Tutaja, love you, mwah, congratulations, sweetie. And then she got to stay with my sister for a while, the other sister. I have so many sisters, it's ridiculous. But she's staying with the one in Idaho. And then she's going to head back to Washington. So she's having a blast. We had a blast in Seattle, other than I hurt my foot. I was coming off the bleachers, which were made of metal, and I was in such a hurry to get to my daughter when she graduated that I smacked my heel on the bleachers coming down. And I apparently have a bone spur there. So, oh, it hurt so bad. And then I went walking for 2 days in Seattle with my husband and his mother. So the third day I couldn't walk at all. And the fourth day I couldn't walk at all. And the fifth day I couldn't walk at all. So I missed out on most of the sightseeing stuff that they did, but they had a blast doing the sightseeing, and they kept bringing me gifts. I should show you, but I've got it way over there on the wall. They brought me a jaguar head that was beaded by a member of the Huichol tribe from Mexico, and I will show that off in the next episode. But right now, I'm going to show you a new game that we picked up while we were in Seattle. It is called Snappy Dressers. It's made by the makers of Uno. It's a card game for up 1 to 10 people. It's so versatile, it's ridiculous. Its tagline is, one very unique deck. Every card matches in exactly one way. It can match using the animals. There are 8 kinds of animals, if I remember correctly. You can match the clothing that they're wearing by color. You can match the gifts that they're holding. Or you can match the hat, shoes, or glasses that they're wearing. And there are 10 ways to play. If I can get it open, I will show you. The instructions are enormous. So there this, all this, and then it folds out, if I can open it, 4 ways to make full-size page instructions for 10 ways to play. Hippo face. Yeah, so it indicates on each of the ways to play how many players are recommended. And they give you different ways to match the cards. They eliminate some of the, what do you call them? Some of the ways that you can match. So sometimes it'll be no glasses, no hats, no presents. Or, animals, gifts, and color of clothing. So there are just endless ways to play this game. It's a ton of fun. Mom and I just played 1 through 9 because 10 is the solitaire version, so you can play by yourself if you have no one to play with, which is really awesome because I love games that you can have multiple players or just one, because sometimes you don't have anybody to play with. And then, of course, you can take it with you to a game night and have up to 10 people you can play with. That's pretty dang cool. So I recommend this game to everyone. I don't know if you'll be able to find it other than going online, because I'd never seen it before we went to Seattle. We were in a Walgreens in the toys section, specifically looking for a new game to bring home. So that's the only reason we spotted it. And like I said, it's called Snappy Dressers, and they're cute little animals, snappy dressers they are. And it's a fun, easy, portable game for a party. Yeah. In other news, I'm still going to attempt, let me move my laptop here so I have room, to make a long vest from a pattern I picked up God knows how many years ago. But I didn't have the kind of yarn it called for. I had this enormous skein that I showed you guys once before, the 200-gram skein. And so I thought to myself, Self, you have enough yarn there. Let's make it with that. The only thing is, yeah, even I'm not that big. So this is going to be a scarf instead. And, excuse me, I will use a less stretchy yarn to make the vest with. You may see dangling from my ears a pair of gears, and there's a little crow in there, Lila Croca. Mom got those for me while we were in Seattle. I'm so happy. I love crows. And as you can probably guess from my username, however, I was getting off the bus in Seattle, and my husband stopped and picked something up. And I'm like, what's he picking up, a quarter or something? No, one of the crows and gears fell off my earring. And he spotted it and snagged it. And I'm like, oh, you're my hero, I love you. You know, sometimes these things happen. And I was able to fix it easily when I got home. It was just a jump ring that had somehow gotten space and managed to find a way to slip off. But I fixed it. So my foot is feeling mostly better. It still twinges, which freaking hurts, but I'm, you know, all I can do is rest. We iced it, we put a compress on it, we elevated it, we did price, basically. And I think that really helped with the healing, because what else can you do? You know? I had my cane, thank goodness. We were thinking about crutches, but it's not hurting enough to need crutches anymore, thank goodness. I avoided stairs for a while, but yeah, I walked 5 blocks up vertically from the harbor up to 5th Street in Seattle with an injured foot. Yeah, not the brightest, but we were having fun. We got, I'm going to get this and show you, from a chocolate shop called Intrigue Chocolate Company, Rose and Hibiscus Sugar. They described it as adult pixie sticks, and let me tell you, it is like eating perfume, only in a good way. It is heavenly. It's not as good mixing it in drinks, I found out, because it leaves the tiny bits of petals, so it's a little grainy. Well, the sugar's not grainy, the petals are. And it doesn't taste as amazing as eating it straight. So I think I'm going to try cinnamon toast. Those of you who live in the States know what cinnamon toast is. You put butter on a piece of bread that you've toasted, you put sugar on it, and you put cinnamon on it. So I'm thinking cinnamon and rose and hibiscus sugar. Heaven! So we're going to try that, and I'm going to let you know how that tastes. And I say we because I'm going to kind of twist Tommy's arm to make him try it with me so that I have a Norwegian to bounce it off of. That's always fun too, by the way. When I try new things, I have him try it with me so that we can compare U.S. tastes versus Norway tastes, and it's a lot of fun. We brought most of my cards, my magic cards, from the U.S. We dumped a box full of lands, this big, you know, yay big, oh, a little bit smaller, there we go, and brought the cards because it was cutting down on weight. Obviously, dumping an entire box of lands, I was sad to dump them, but what can you do? You know, we were barely at weight with an extra bag, plus carry-ons, plus purses. It was just, we crammed everything we could into the suitcases, and I shipped 3 boxes here of the fragile stuff like my dragons and my glass bottle collection and things like that. 1 box I had to leave behind that I really wanted to bring with me, but you know, what can you do? Hopefully my ex won't discard all my stuff before I can have it sent to me. He's, you know, he's super kind to even hold on to my stuff for me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Omar, if you're watching. I doubt it, but thank you. So what I have here is what I'm content to have. If I can have the rest of it, that'd be great. If I can't, that's life. You know, it's stuff. What are you going to do? I had gone without it for an entire year and wasn't too hung up about what I was missing. So, yeah, you know, it's time to let go. Let it go. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. My niece, Shaelyn, was the only member of her family who didn't have a musical instrument to play. And brother, was she unhappy about that. Then I hear from my sister, oh, she said that she wants to play the thing that goes like this. And I'm like, oh, you mean a flute? Yeah, she meant a flute. And what did I play in school? A flute. So guess who inherited my flute? That's right, Shaelyn Rose. And she was so excited about it. She says, yep, I've got an instrument now. And her brother asked to see it, and she says, no, it's mine. He's like, I'm not going to take it from you. She's really excited about it. She can almost reach the keys. You know, that's about the time you start to learn the flute, is when you can reach all the keys. Oh, her little arms need to be a little longer. But she's really excited about it. My friends here were like, but your flute. And I'm like, yeah, I've had it since I was 12 years old. You know, it's time to share it with the family. If she wants to play the flute, bless her bitty heart, let her play the flute. I can always pick up a new one for about $400. Well, a used one for about $400. At least that was the price when I was 12. It may have gone up, I do not know. But the point is I can pick up a new flute, but she'll be so happy to be able to play in school and be like her big brother and her big sisters, and who are all playing instruments. And Marina, my daughter, said they can start a band because she plays the stand-up bass, and her cousin plays the viola, her other cousin's learning the violin, and her male cousin is playing, I believe, the trumpet. I could be wrong. Sorry, Nathan, if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's a band right there. Oh my goodness. So what else do we have? Just a lot of unpacking and settling things. Let me see. I'm going to shift this way. If you look right there, that's my dragon. That's the coffee dragon. Coffee dragon is in charge. We have little dragons of mine throughout the apartment. And some are going to go downstairs with me to my crow's nest when we get it finished. Speaking of, we just need to get some white paint to base coat the walls that haven't been painted already. And then paint the walls. And then I can start, you know, decorating and putting together the shelves and stuff that I'm going to need. I've got a lot of paintings. I've got a lot of digital art that I've done. They're just waiting for me to put them up. I'm going to put my Devil's Breast gargoyle wall sconce is the word I'm looking for, or phrase, and the Voltaire poster that I have downstairs, along with the fan and the lightning in a jar that I had him autograph. Yes, I had him autograph a sandalwood fan because I didn't have anything else for him to autograph. So I've got a small collection of things from him that he's autographed for me, and I've got pictures with him. I'm not a fan or anything. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day.